Hello amigos, it's Hedgehog here and welcome to Let's Play Sonic Hedgehog 2. We're now in Aquatic Ruin Zone. This is the main water level of the game, but it's actually, if you're good enough, it's possible to beat the whole level without going underwater. I believe I do show off some aspects of the underwater, and don't worry, if you want to see like more of this level, well, more of any level in general, during my second playthrough of the game, I will be trying my best to take different pathways to what I did during this playthrough, so I will try and spice things up a little bit, you know. Either way, during Chemical Plant Zone, I forgot to mention, the spider enemies are called grabbers, and the little things that shoot pellets on the walls are called spinies. Now, this level, it has 3 different enemies. Oh look, we're Supersonic again. First enemy is this little shark enemy you can find underwater called Chop Chop. You also have these little flies called Wisp. And you also have these red little drill type enemies, and they're called Grounder. They're from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the little cartoon show that was released years ago. I believe it was the very first cartoon, and it's kind of like a joke around type show. It didn't take itself seriously, whereas you know you had other cartoon shows like Sonic Saturday Morning, which did take itself seriously. To be honest, I didn't watch much Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I may plan to one time, because I do really like Sonic, as you know, and I'm Grounder. I don't even know if that's what he sounds like, I can't even remember. All I've seen is like those random YouTube poops online where they do Robotnik and when he says Bingus and what's yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I'll probably get around to watching it on time. I was more of a Saturday morning person. And Sonic Underground and Sonic X. Sonic Underground! I love that song. Whereas when I rewatched that not too long ago, about a year or 2 ago, I realised I didn't really like the cartoon as much as I used to. Sonic Underground didn't age very well. It's still alright though, you know. I like the main theme. That's enough for me to say that it's good. Oh, this zone has quite a bit of trivia. Okay, well, several totem poles from the Aquatic Ruins, specifically during the boss battle, make cameo appearances in Sonic Universe issue 53 during the Sonic Hedgehog Mega Man crossover World Collides. It appears in the Skull Egg Zone while Sonic Hedgehog, Mega Man and Tails and Rush explore the zone to find the 2 remaining robot-sized masters, which are Knuckles Man and Rose Woman. In various preview magazines back in 1992, Aquatic Ruin Zone was named Neo Green Hill Zone, which later got used for Sonic Advance. This may have been some connection to the concept that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was in its early planning stages, intended to have time travel like Sonic CD. Sonic CD, for those of you who don't know, Sonic CD has actually got time travel in it. I will be let's playing that game soon. I don't know, it will either be next or I'll go straight to Sonic 3. I'm not sure. I like both games either way, so, you know. Sonic CD was technically released after this game, so I may choose that, but either way, I'll get to it eventually. We got a bit more trivia for this zone, so I'm going to quickly say about that. Although I believe the next zone that we're heading to is Casino Night, yes. And this zone is pretty sweet. It's basically like a pinball gimmick type zone. And you can do a lot of gambling and stuff. And this is such a fun zone. There isn't many enemies in this zone either. This is like one of those relaxation type zones where you just run around to get some rings, you know. Get a few extra lives if you feel like it. It's just a quite nice and relaxing zone, if I do say so myself. I love this zone. It's all colourful. Especially the beta version of this level, it's got like pink everywhere. Oh yeah, by the way, the trivia that I'm going back to now is still Aquatic Ruin, okay? In the children's books published by Ladybird, such as Robotnik's Oil and Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure Game Book 1, this zone was called Aquatic Ruins Zone instead of Aquatic Ruin Zone. The boss for this stage can be very hard and frustrating when playing as Knuckles in Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, as he cannot jump as high as Sonic Tails. Yeah, basically, there's a way to play as Knuckles in this game. I'll get more into that later on. But, yeah, I don't know why they're saying Knuckles is hard to beat that boss with, because I think it's quite easy. You just do that little totem pole trick that I showed you off earlier, where you can actually jump on top of the sides of the totem poles. Basically, I'll show off the real way to defeat the Aquatic Ruin boss later on, but yeah. That was a little trick way to do it. The boss of this zone was originally going to be in an unfinished zone called Wood Zone, however there are a few changes in which there is a huge gap in the middle of the arena. The worst part is that Sonic or Tails is hit with an arrow, it sends them back into the pit and you lose life. Yeah, there's actually, they actually do have, I think it's called Sonic the Hedgehog, The Lost Worlds, which is a fan ROM with all of the beta Sonic Hedgehog 2 levels. I might get to it eventually, but it's not really well designed because, you know, it's beta and it's like a fan ROM, so the levels aren't really the greatest in design. But, you know, it's quite interesting to look at, I guess. Yeah, the music here is just so relaxing, and I love the music to this zone. Now, we're Supersonic again. That didn't last very long. Now, Sonic, what do you call it? Casino Night Zone. My video just lagged there for a second. Casino Night Zone has two different enemies. One of them's... Sorry about that, guys. I just, had a little interruption there. But, yeah, hopefully that, doesn't look too awkward. I don't usually like having a quick random edit in the middle of a, recording. So, yeah. There's going to be a jump cut in my audio, so hopefully that doesn't look too awkward. Either way, that little enemy's right at the beginning. Oh, he's right here actually. He's called Cruel, I believe, and he also, basically if you jump into him, he'll basically push you back. He isn't a very threatening enemy. He doesn't really try to attack you. He's one of those enemies where if you attack him, you're more likely going to get hurt, type of thing. So he's one of the lesser harmful characters, I guess you could say. Now I did just want to quickly show off that little point section there, just because, you know, I wanted to get all those points and just quickly show that off. Something you'll find a lot is there are lots of speed shoes in Casino Night Zone, and you'll constantly be hearing this zone sped up. Yeah, I'm more used to hearing this zone sped up actually than the original music. It says trivia, this is one of the many casino stages in Sonic games where the setting has been reused in following games. Basically, the casino's trope has been used quite a lot of times. It was in Sonic Adventure, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Advance, Sonic 4, Sonic Rush, and Sonic Pocket Adventure. It may even be in a few more. If you want to count Carnival Night, I guess maybe. Also, Sonic Generations in a way, because they use this as a throwback in both the 3DS and HD versions. So, I guess you could say, them. Basically, this zone's been used quite a lot of times. Now, I wanted to say that I kind of wanted to show off what you get when you do Eggman there, but you probably won't believe me. Obviously this is completely random, but I did at least want to try and show off a few of the different things. Now, quick spoiler warning, I do kind of terrible on this next boss. I don't know what happened. The boss isn't up yet. Sorry, there's two bits that look very similar. But yeah, I don't do too well on this boss. Mainly because this boss actually made an appearance in Sonic 4 Episode 1. And I'm so used to cheesing through with the homing attack that I kind of forgot how this one worked, in a way. Either way though, I'll try and make up for it by trying to do better in the other playthrough. But either way, something I like doing is spin dashing on him as soon as he jumps through the thing. Yeah, even though I'm gonna be honest, I find this to be the harder boss in the game. Actually, I'll probably say this is the hardest boss to me. Even harder than the final boss. Well, when I was younger, I thought the final boss was the hardest, but now I'm a bit older, I'd say this boss is the hardest. But even though I say that, this is actually my favourite boss in the game. Purely because it's got the whole pinball gimmick, and you can just literally roll from left to right and try and jump at him, and it's just so fun. The only thing I find annoying is just the fact that it's so easy to get hit. That's why I find it hard. So, yeah, but either way, it's still a really fun boss. It's like right there, that was a bit bullshit. I think I should have at least bounced off that bumper or something and hit him, but, you know, that didn't happen. Boing. But yeah, it's so fun just jumping around everywhere. I do also love the background, and just like it has a whole view of a massive city, and it just looks really nice. It has a lot of detail for a Mega Drive game, which is very awesome. Now we're heading to the next zone in the game, Hilltop Zone. A lot of people don't like this zone for it being similar to Emerald Hill, and I guess I can see what they mean. They also think it's a bit boring. But to be honest, it's actually one of my favourite zones. It's just, the music is kind of relaxing. I like the way that it comes out. It just sounds so, like, funky, just like... It's just, I just love it. And, the aesthetics do look a little bit beta-ish. Like, they don't look as detailed as the other zones. But it makes it stand out to me, and makes it look very colourful and nice. And, it just makes it look really cool, and I like it. Another thing I like is there's loads of little rocks that you can smash, and there's also this one bit where you do like a little loop-de-loop, and you smack down into the floor and break the ground. And it's just stuff like that that makes this zone just seem so cool. Look, this bit here. Don't tell me you don't find that awesome. That's just awesome. You can do that with normal Sonic as well, and with Tails. You know, Tails are strong enough to break the floor. So, you know, it just shows how powerful you are in this game. And at the same time, you know, it can still be a difficult game. And I like that. Now, these little areas I'm showing off are pointless, but I just thought I'd quickly show them off anyway. If you want invincibility, there you go, there's an invincibility power-up. This little bit here with everything rising, I like how quickly you have to make it before the lava rises and everything, and it's just so cool. Look, right here, checkpoint, and the goalpost. I just love this zone is just awesome. Now, I should probably get into the badniks and a bit of the trivia for this zone, because, you know, I've done that for the other zones, so I don't really want to skip it out here. So, yeah. The Orbinaut quite, looking creatures with the fire around them are called Soul. You have, the little, spider enemies with drills on top of them. They are called Spiker. And you also have these weird prehistoric dinosaurish type creatures. They're called Rexon. And, oh, I just killed one there. Something that I do actually like about this, if you look in the, concept art for this game, look at the, badniks. If you look at Rexon's concept art, I might actually, put a link to that in the description if I remember. He, actually has fins, so he can actually, swim in lava. So you have to remember that this dinosaur thing here actually has little fins as feet, so he can swim, which I find pretty awesome. Which, I can't remember what dinosaur that resembles, but there is a certain dinosaur. I believe it's in the Walking of Dinosaurs documentary, which is an awesome documentary, by the way, you should watch it. But, yeah, they have those type of dinosaurs in there, and, yes, they are quite cool dinosaurs, if I do say so myself. And I do like it, how they put them here. I also like it how the dinosaurs are pink as well, and they might kind of be referencing another pink dinosaur that you know of. But yeah, I love this bit here. Like, you've got these little what would you call them? Like, they're kind of zip-liney type things. But you kind of, I love it how you can just jump down from them and just jump right into the lava. Especially if you're supersonic, you won't lose rings. This boss is pathetically easy, even if you don't have supersonic. Like, literally, I can beat that boss in the same amount of time, if not quicker, if I didn't have supersonic. Either way, end of the part, guys. See you guys next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye.